this is really great.
Yeah, and you decide to mix it up
amazing, we're doing it so well.
take it slightly further.
And then yeah.
What happens when friends have to turn up the heat on the screen? Well, you can ask Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton, because Netflix just dropped their steamiest intimate scene on Bridgerton. You may want to take a seat because this is some serious sizzle. Recently, Netflix released the final episode of Bridgerton's 3rd season, and fans finally witnessed the romantic peak between Penelope Featherington, beautifully brought to life by our beloved Nicola Coughlan, and Colin Bridgerton, played by Luke Newton. Their love story hits its most passionate moment yet in the series' longest scene of its kind. How long, you ask? 6 long minutes, folks. This intense scene in episode 5 is set to a beautiful string cover of Ariana Grande's POV. Fans were super excited back in June 2023 when Coughlan spilled some secrets in an interview. She talked about kissing Newton, a close friend in real life. They had joked about this scenario when they first read the books during season 1. By season 3, it became a reality. Coughlan shared how odd it was to kiss a friend, noting that there was no way to fake it. They had to really go for it. She added that fans would be thrilled to see many favorite moments from the books brought to life in this super spicy episode. Coughlan and Newton were having a chat back in February, and they were talking about how they brought their character's love story to life on screen. And Coughlan said something really interesting. You know, people are always curious about whether it's easier to do those close and personal scenes with someone you've known for a long time or with someone you've just met. And then Newton joined in a really down-to-earth way, saying, "Let me tell you, it's a whole lot easier when you're doing it with a friend. Of course, there'd be a real sense of support and comfort with a friend, which makes everything go more smoothly, right?" Coughlan opened up about her experiences, admitting it was super nerve-wracking at the beginning, but thankfully, Newton and her have this awesome connection. They shared how they can chat about anything and even laugh about it when they need to. That must have definitely made it more manageable for them, and basically laying the groundwork for some serious on-screen chemistry. Nicola spilled the beans in an exclusive interview saying, "We've got this physical comfort level with each other, and it's a huge help." And Luke? He's on the same page. He talked about how natural it felt to bring their characters' romance to life. It was like these characters had been building up to this moment over a long time. As you know, their romance is known as the slow burn, but when they got to filming it, they just went for it. Nicola shared how they had to keep the chemistry under wraps for the first 2 seasons. But when it was time to let it out, they were like, unleash the beast. Colin followed it up with something beautiful. He shared how there is a safe space for Nicola and him to explore certain scenes and find new and interesting ways to show their character's love story. Throughout the show, all they wanted was to capture their humor and all the different sides of the relationship that show the highlights. How beautiful is it? Nicola and Luke's friendship and history made those intimate scenes not just possible, but downright electric, and boy was it electric. It's like they've been preparing for this moment all along. Remember another cute moment between Penelope and Colin in Bridgerton Season 3, the one with the kiss. In the show, Penelope has liked Colin for a really long time, but in Season 2, she overheard Colin say mean things about her never wanting to marry her. That broke Penelope's heart. But in Season 3, things start to change between them. In this very special scene, Penelope decides to be brave and asks Colin for a kiss. Nicola says her character felt like she had nothing left to lose at that point. Nicola explains that Penelope was embarrassed in front of everyone, thought no one would want to marry her, and was broken over Colin. So, in a moment of boldness, she asks him for a kiss. Luke says they actually filmed this swoon-worthy scene on one of the hottest nights ever in the UK. He and the whole crew had quite an experience bringing this book moment to life. Nicola gushes that it's such a beautifully written scene, filled with so many feelings. The kiss shows the real connection between Penelope and Colin. But afterward, Penelope feels shy and runs away embarrassed, even though Colin finally realizes his feelings too. Wasn't that just the cutest? This kiss between Penelope and Colin in Bridgerton Season 3 is such a huge turning point for their relationship. You see, poor Penelope was feeling really down on herself. She gets a makeover because she wants to find a husband, but the other characters make fun of her by asking Colin to help. When she went home feeling embarrassed, Colin came to check on her, and that's when Penelope, feeling like she had nothing left to lose, boldly asked him for a kiss. After carrying a secret crush on him for so long, she finally went for it. And the best part, Colin kissed her back. This one little kiss set so many new things in motion for them. It was the start of their romantic relationship that we all got to see blossom by the end of Season 3, Part 1. Now that's one scene we'll never stop gushing over. While Bridgerton is known for its gorgeous costumes and romances, this particular kiss stood out for a very important reason. It celebrated the idea of consent in such a beautiful, empowering way. See, up until this point, Penelope had never even kissed a man before. But when she boldly asks the more experienced Colin for that first kiss, he made sure to carefully check in with her at every step. He asked, "Is this okay?" and made sure she felt comfortable and safe. Is it any wonder why the show is such a massive hit? It was all about Penelope feeling respected and in control. Colin let her set the pace and made sure she consented to every little moment. And you know what? Even with all that care and communication, the scene was still crazy romantic and steamy. Isn't that just the sweetest way to depict that milestone first kiss? It shows the importance of going slowly, considering the other person's feelings and getting consent, all while keeping things ultra cute too. More scenes like this could have such a positive impact, especially for younger viewers. Can you imagine if we all learned about consent and healthy communication this way? No wonder fans were so smitten. Nicola gave a shout out to the show's dedication to planning these scenes down to the last detail, which apparently can take days to film. She's a big fan of how Bridgerton puts the spotlight on female pleasure and really delves into the experiences of women. When she talked about the steamy scenes she and Luke Newton shot as the main lovebirds in Season 3, she raved about how tastefully and beautifully they were brought to life. It's clear that a lot of thought and care went into making these moments special. But then, Nicola took a funny turn and brought up the comedic intimate scene in Episode 1 of Big Mood, which features a desk. She joked about how she wasn't even breaking a sweat during that scene. She found it to be a more laid-back and enjoyable experience. It's refreshing to hear her lighthearted take on what could easily be a difficult topic. So, what do you guys think of the scene? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe for more entertainment. See you in the next one.